That was a hammerhead over there. Now, Rawdon 85 is trying to push us off the track. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. That's what you get. Oh, Dino Freak. Oh, goodness. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Wreckfest. That's right, we are diving through the championships and the career mode, specifically the challengers section. We are halfway through our adventure and we've gotten a few things unlocked. And so now we are diving into the European Tour 6-race series folk racing. Oh man, that's right, I'm your host with the most, TheChronicToast. And let's dive on in. Oh man, I'm excited. We're going to be taking in the Wingman, which is a vehicle that I really enjoy. It's not particularly amazing at anything, but it looks awesome, especially with this here, man. Just look at the steamroller, bumper to bumper. How's my driving? Number 17. Got that pink caddy look with, of course, the pale tangerine orange yellow paint stripes on the sides and the top, with the giant collector stacks going out the hood, and of course the Mad Max style bar there on the front. Oh man, it looks so good. I love it. It's a very iconic vehicle, and it should be fun. Oh man, listen to that. Oh, sounds so good. We got the good racing wheels up front. We got basically the big giant diggers in the back. Here we are trying to get this boat to navigate around. You can see the back end kicking out there just a little bit. Now again, because we are not in the world finals or the pro category here for the banger style racing, we're not going to be driving through people going into the corners. We're not going to be using them to brake. We're not going to be, pit maneuvering them as we go into the corners. The AI might do that to us, but we are not going to do that to them. It's because in this style of racing, which is the banger style of racing, that stuff is not allowed until you get to the professional or the international style series of races. And, it makes things a little bit more boring. So we're going to go through and try to win on our own merits, and my guess is we're going to be hard-pressed to do that in this series. In this particular race on this track, I will be happy if I get in the top 6. 6th place would be fantastic. And right now, we might not even get that. This car wants to, bounce around. Brakes, we don't go flying too high. Oh, he door slammed us. There we are. We have the position, but we're not going to be able to keep it most likely. Trying to get the power down going through this corner. Oh, the right front is all smashed up. Got to be careful, though, when we're looking at those cars, because we might find ourselves off the track. Oh, someone's got spun around there. It looks like 2 people got spun around. We are suddenly in 4th place. Brakes. Hit the e-brake power. Here we go. Let's go. Feather the throttle. Get some traction. There it is. Forward momentum. This vehicle floats so much like a true Cadillac, and it's a real joy to drive here in this game, because you can kind of direct the car and where you want to go, and as long as you're thinking in advance of what you want the vehicle to do, it will smoothly go through that adventure, usually. Oh man, our right front wheel is kicked out hard to the right. That is not good. That is really not good. That's probably slowing us down. The toe is way out there. Both vehicles are supposed to be going in the forward direction, and that is most definitely not the case. Ugh, 4th place, 39.815 is not too bad. It's not the fastest lap, though. We definitely have 2 other 39s up there. Someone is called a caddy, but we are driving the Wingman. Bulldog, Boomer, and Boomer, they're solid cars. So this is going to be a big race. This is going to be a hard series to crack, but we're going to give it a good shot. We're going to give it our best. And ultimately, for this series, if I can find myself in the top 5, I'll be very happy. The top 3 would be fantastic. I'd be over the moon with that. Basically, a podium finish at the end of the day would be amazing. So we do know short wheelbase vehicles are a little bit more unstable. So the question is always going to be, can they keep consistency of their positions? I think we can do that with this vehicle. It's heavy enough, it's well controlled enough that while we might not be able to consistently place near the front, we can stay close enough that we can take advantage of any inconsistencies in the other racers. So we'll see how it goes. MAASTEN MOTOCENTER main circuit is not a good strong suit for this car, but we'll give it a shot. We'll be all right here. Take a look at the tune. Still looks good. Difficulty still looks good. Let's get this show on the road. Again, we're mid-circuit, mid-pack. We're going to want to hang out on the right-hand side and then try to cut left as soon as we possibly can. First gear is not our strong suit. There it is. We're doing good. We're doing good. Again, we're not trying to drive through people, but I'm not going to be pushed around either. If they want to try to smash into us, that's on them. Here we go. Thankfully, unlike in the previous episode, because of the long wheelbase on this car, you're going to get a lot of opportunities to kind of slide off other vehicles, and other vehicles are going to slide off you without necessarily getting your vehicle spun around. Likewise, if you get into the wall with the front end a little bit, you're less likely to get your entire back end to, pass your front end going around simply because of the long wheelbase and the amount of moment and inertia that you got. That being said, you're not nimbly bimbly as all these other cars are, especially the Hammerhead up there. That wagon is fantastic. The front end is light enough that you can get some really good weight transfer on the back end of that vehicle, though, with the way that it's set up most often in the game, the AI runs it. Oh, we can get some speed, but it is not helping us out here. Getting out of these corners is not a strength of ours for sure. Oh, man, the Hammerhead. Oh, man, Function over there ended up catching that. That was painful at the back end. Now, we are in a Caddy effectively because the Wingman is based off of a Cadillac-style vehicle. Now, again, that is itself a broad declination. It's a broad statement. And we're racing after someone called Caddy. That's all right. We're trying to get weight transfer, trying to get that front end to bite, the back end to swing around. Here we go. Trying to get some good exit speed if we can, but it's really... It's a losing battle. The Wingman is not designed to be slung around these corners and courses. Function, again, going a little bit wide. So it definitely needs to be a little bit heavier. Oh, someone lost a wheel there. Yeah, when your rear end is as light as it is back there, you definitely want a little bit more weight in it for sure. Otherwise, if you're a little heavy-handed on the throttle, it's just going to step out on you every single time. Now, Caddy got out there with a much, much faster lap than us, almost 2 full seconds faster than us. But we did all right. We got a 39. And the only other people that got a 39, it looks like Freak was in the back there, and Leg, and that's it as far as we can tell. So we did all right. Got some double bars for the Road Slayer, which is pretty cool. I like the Road Slayer. It's a really ratty vehicle, but it rolls all right. Again, though, the Wingman is probably one of my more favorite vehicles for Wreckfest. It just fits the part. It feels correct. It harkens back to, when I used to watch demolition derbies. You'd see all these old 60s and 70s style cars. Sometimes you'd see a 50s style, car in there. And it just looked so good. But here we are at CLAYRIDGE Circuit, main circuit reverse. This is going to be a little rough with this vehicle. I think we can make it work, but there are parts on this track that are not going to play very well with the opponents that we have as well as our own vehicle. We might get the better on the high speed, but going through some of the more technical bits, it's not going to work out well. Making sure that our tune is still situated. There we go. Watch those rear wheels just dig. Boom, there it is. Pelting everyone back there with the dirt and the gravel. We're going to try to get to the inside if we can. There we go. Again, hit the brakes a little bit. Trying to get underneath here. Jack the execution over there and Kamiz it up front. A lot of little vehicles. Now, a lot of the vehicles are going to be well situated to go left up there, especially if they're light, short wheelbase vehicles, because getting up here, there's a lot of opportunities to roll your vehicle. That being said, if you go straight, bad things can happen. That was a Hammerhead over there. Now, Rawdon85 is trying to push us off the track. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. That's what you get. Oh, Dino Freak. Oh, goodness. And just like that, our car is in bad shape, and we are in the middle of the pack, which is not good. We've got a rival back there. I would like to leave them behind us if we can. Getting in and amongst all of this traffic is not good. This is where we can try to make up some time, but again, it's a little bit too bumpy, and all this traffic up here is just going to slow us down. We're sorry. We know we are racing them for points. Spun themselves out. Not too shabby. Yeah, not super, super ideal here. I'd love to cut under if I can, but X-Flow, there we go. A little bit better. X-Flow is kind of holding that position, so kudos to them. That gal or guy was doing a good job. Now we got Boris up here and brakes. Tap the brakes, feather it into the throttle. There we go. We kind of broke a little bit late, and unfortunately we overcooked the corner. But they're going to go left, I think. There they go. We're going to try to get some speed up here without running through Robzox. Because doing so would just end up poorly. Leave a function up there. They might have lost both front wheels. I'm not really sure. It looked like they didn't have much left there. Knock on the rear door here for Robzox just a little bit, saying hello. This is our spot. We try to pivot left and get that back in to step out, but they were out there, and yeah, it is what it is. And this car is just all messed up. It's all right. We're on the last lap. We were pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. There it is. Oh, could not stop in time, but that was after the fact. Not a bad deal. 6th place, 40-something seconds, 2 seconds off the pace. Caddy is well up ahead of us. Not too bad a finish for them. That's not good for us, though. Bad Holiday, Jack the Executioner, and Boris in front of us. X-Flow behind us. Yeah, our car's beat up. We're doing okay, though. We're doing all right. So at the end of the day, we're probably in 2nd or 3rd place in the standings. We are in 3rd place, not that far behind What a Joker. They've been doing some really good finishes. 2 wins, it looks like. Holy cow. I missed that on the first one. And 18th on the second time around. Caddy has been very consistent. 3-1-2 with a really highly rated vehicle for sure. With 3 races left to go, we're going to be hard pressed to catch Caddy. We can still be racing with What a Joker, though, for sure. I think we can make that work. So we'll see how it goes. Rosenheim Raceway, again, not a good one for this car. Half the track is in our favor. The other half of the track is not great. But we'll leave it the way that it is. Again, we'll try to get here on the inside corner and use that to our advantage if we can, because this first portion is in our favor as far as top speed if we can make it work. And if we can do that, we can try to get out front and try to hold that. If we can function in Bad Holiday up here, getting some work done with those hammerheads. Unfortunately, getting tagged on the back end. And again, as we talked about, those vehicles are light on the back end. Their weight balance really should be a little bit further forward and not quite so wide on the back end. It is what it is. This looks really cool. Slinging a lot of gravel. It reminds me of a lot of the 70s style car chase, shows and things like that. But it's not really that great for forward momentum. Oh man, we're gonna try to go this way. I don't relish the idea of taking this this wingman just like that through that really technical section, because I don't think it's gonna work out well. Brakes, tap the e-brake, feather the throttle, hook up. Oh man, Chemist just slamming us. Holy wow. Oh. Holy wow, man. Lady, whoever you are, that probably hurt. That was probably a painful impact for our driver. Here we go. Brakes, and pivot. We don't have really good cornering or maneuverability here, so we got to get ourselves positioned early and up front, which really does leave ourselves open a lot to be corner bombed by the AI. We're not going to do that to other people, but they are definitely going to do that to us, potentially. Here we go. Brake a little harder. Here we go through here. Now, you got to be careful. You don't want to cut these corners too tight, because sometimes the game does say, hey, you cut the track. I don't know who that was. They're having a bad day back there. We'll leave them too. We'll probably see them one more time around. Actually, no, we're on our last lap here. So here we go. Turn a little left, get some stuff here. So we're flying over with the air. We're not going to get into the wall. There it is. And brake. Little throttle brake, pivot. Oh, we messed that up. Just trying to get the car to turn. Tire sale there in that corner for anyone that wants one. Here we go. Hammer down into the right. Try to get this car to drift. Weight transfer to get that right front. Lighten up just a little bit. Here we go. In braking and turning. Yeah, we overcooked this a little bit, man. But, oh, not good. Function. Nope. Sorry, buddy. There it is. This is our first place finish. We absolutely need this. 46.553 is our lap time, and not that far off from first place, which is function as far as the fastest lap. Most everyone else had a 47-second time, which is pretty cool, and I don't see Caddy's really far down. We might actually have made up a large amount of points. Again, English is hard. I'm so excited about playing this game and racing that it's just difficult to talk sometimes. Trying to work through what everything means and communicate thought two words while also racing a car. So we'll see where we're at the standings. We're probably in second place now. Whoa, no, we are in first place. Caddy is behind us by 2 points going into the last two races. 5 points behind us going into the last two races. Woo! And what a joker finished near the back. Really didn't make up a lot of time. So if we're not careful, they can catch back up. But, oh man, Rad Holiday is finishing well as well. They're a little ways behind us, 90 points. So we should be okay. Going into FIRWOOD Motor Speedway, this is going to be a mixed bag. There's a lot of good sections here for us. But again, some of the technical stuff is really, really not in the favor of this car at all. Everything looks good on the settings-wise. We're going to dive on in here. Again, we are mid-pack. We're going to try to get on the inside if we can. Those boomers are going to be way up there, though. Here we go. Braking on the inside, squeezing our way through. The Hammerheads, of course, first and second. And Function just hanging on to her. That looked really fantastic. Cutting under the underside here. We're going to try to turn right to get over the bump. And there we go. They go wide. We get onto the inside. Impart a little bit of momentum there, but they hang on to her. Here we go. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Of course, we got someone behind us in a rammer. No, that's a boomer. And tap the e-brake. Get this car to swing. Here we go. The braking portions, really not in our favor. But everything else, there is enough here to let the top end of this car out and let us get some actual speed going, which is nice. But again, the technical portion, not fantastic. Further the throttle, here we go. And brakes, slide. Again, we don't want to slide through people, but still. Not the strength of this vehicle, absolutely not. Bad Holiday looks like they're probably going to have a really good finish. Function is going to do good as well. Caddy is right behind us, so this is a very, very tight race. Caddy is right on top of us, too. I was going to say one mistake and we're done for, and this might be it. This might be it. And there it is. Oh, Caddy on the inside. Get off my car. What are you doing? We got to go places. We got a first and second place car to catch up there. We don't need to be fighting for third and fourth. Get some air out here. There it is. Brakes. Pivot. Touching the e-brake. Throttle down, throttle down, throttle down. Basically countering steering. Oh, man. Words are so hard. Here we go. Burp the throttle. Get it to pivot. Going on in and brakes. Pop the e-brake. There we go. Just ever so slightly. We don't need to hang on to it at all. That's just going to slow us down. We just need to get the car to begin to rotate by popping the brake, tapping the brakes, burping the throttle, whatever it may be, just to get this thing to maneuver. Tight courses like this, not great. If we had larger corners that were allowed a bit more flow and a bit more rhythm, this car just eats them up. It floats through everything pretty darn good. But things like this, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work to get this car to actually maneuver and go where it's got to go as a B-rated car, as a B-class car. It just, it doesn't have the horsepower to really, on throttle alone, initiate a lot of the maneuvers that you need to get through. We're going to just full-on send it. There it is. There it is. A solid third place finish as those Hammerheads get on by. 47.626 and only tenths off of the fastest. Oh, correction. 1 second and tenths off the fastest time by Bad Holiday. Oh, my goodness. Now look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Those are both 202 rated Hammerheads. And we're sitting here on a 234 rated Wingman, top of the class. And we're a full second off the pace. Now, Caddy did rather well. Definitely slower than we were, but we were a bit more consistent. That's all right. So there it is. We're going into our final race here. Basically ranking up stuff here. We're still in first place. We are 15 ahead of Caddy, and Bad Holiday and Function are catching up, but I think it's going to be too little, too late, unless we have something really catastrophically bad happen, and we finish in the second half of the pack, which is possible. We are at Northland Raceway. There is a lot to love here for us. There is some sections which aren't as ideal, but for the most part, it is in our favor. So we just have to stay on the throttle, get the rhythm section figured out, and just kind of float our way to victory. We're checking here, making sure the damage is still unrealistic, making sure that's still squared away and good. And we're going to see how it flows on through. Oh, man. Let's see. Going in here, difficulty, and the tune still looks correct. And let's dive on in. Basically, it's 50-50, 1.3 miles for the track length, 3 laps, and a grid size of 24. And our bonus target is to finish first. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to see. Work the throttle here. Hammer on down. Peel on out. There we go. There we go. First gear, not so fast. Second gear, not so fast. Top end and going into third is good. Hit that brake. Try to pivot. Sorry, we're sorry. Kind of got into you a little bit there. Oh, man. What a Joker is trying to defend their position up there. Oh, we are on the wrong side of this. Got that big giant rock out there. Oh, all that traffic is turning us. And what a Joker is around. Now it looks like this is straight on. We do not have any split. This right here is a section that could be to our advantage. But again, you got these other technical sections up here. And you don't want to undercut this right here because that will wreck your car for sure. So there's a lot of really good high speed and mid speed floating sections here where it's rhythm, and if you get the right groove, you'll be doing all right. This car though does make it difficult, not because of the length, but just because of the power that you have available to you. Normally you want to play with the rear throttle to try to get this thing to spin on its own. Oh gosh, function. Oh my gosh, I think I took a door off. Holy cow. Well, that looked painful. Here we are, hammering down, drifting on up, and going, hopefully gone. We're going to see if we can get through this corner. Oh, I forgot. I'm used to this track going straight on. Yep, that was a misplay on our part. Oh, man, this is definitely a slightly different configuration. Slightly into the back of Rabzooks. That's all right. That's all right. Everything's fine. We're good. Redan is back there. Oh, boy. Sounds like a Godzilla monster they're fighting. Oh, man. Nice little bump draft going into the corner. A little extra speed that we didn't quite want. Pop the e-brake. Here we go. This might be a corner that it's a series of dimes, I think, as far as the apex strategy to get through it. I'm not really sure if that terminology is correct. Here you go. Try to get this car to turn. We don't want to meet that tree. Going through here uphill is always difficult. Coming back down the other way is fine. Really haven't had that be an issue. Oh my gosh, we're down 85. And Kemzid. Oh, Kemzid. Oh no. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not good for us. We are back in 11th with 1.5 laps to go. Oh man, that might just be enough points depending where our competition is. We're racing points for to take advantage of all of that. Oh, ick. We're Don and Kemzid getting over on us. We overcooked it again. I keep thinking we're going to go straight down there to our left, but that's just not the case. Caddy. Hey, Caddy's back here with us. So that's at least somewhat encouraging. They're the main one that we're racing for points right now. Everyone else, though, could catch up if we're not careful. And as long as, I stay close to Caddy one way or the other, we should be all right. We are on the last lap here, position 9. Ugh, not ideal. And here we go, brakes. Tap the e-brake, get that kind of coming around. Keep the drift up. There we go. Trying to take the diming approach. Probably a very ugly dime, as it were, in terms of apex. But hey, I'll take it. It looks good. Normally, that would set us up for a really strong run through here. But unfortunately, the front end just wants to push. The back end will not kick out. And Caddy being aggressive. Oh, and coming back across the track. Holy wow, buddy. Here's Frick up here. And we don't want to run someone straight into their doom in the wall. But we are going to hammer down. And Leg hangs on to it. Hangs on to 4th place finish. We got real lucky to come back into 5th place there. Holy cow. So, Rawdon up there, Highway, Leg, Robzox. I don't think we're in a running with them for any of the points. You got Bad Holiday down there. And a few others probably further on down, it looks like. Kemzid is way back there. Yeah, I think we got lucky. My guess is we have hung on to 1st place. We'll see. Fingers crossed. That'd be really cool. There it is. 1st place with no bonus targets. I thought one of the last bonus targets was finished in 1st place. Well, it is what it is. 405 out of 600 points on there, which is fantastic. Sitting at 1450 out of 2200. And ladies and gents, let's go and find ourselves a challenge. It looks like we've unlocked the last little bit, which is really, really cool. Limo races sound like a lot of fun, to be honest. But I think what we're going to try to do is Wolfpack. Yeah, sure, we'll dive into this. This involves the Road Slayer, which look at this rotted, ratted out ride. Oh my goodness. Bling bling, rotten to the core. Slam one. Let's dive on in. Let's see. We have a grid size of 8. It looks like a single session with a crossover on Boulder Bank Circuit Short Course. This is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. So standings, we're at a 222. No, Chris, we're at 234. And there's a few others here. They're all 200 rated except for the Rammer down there at 195. But as we know, the Rammer is really, really good at punching above its weight. And El Matador, we've got a few other options here, which is pretty cool. Realistic damage, let's dive on into the event, and hopefully we can come out ahead on this. That would be really awesome. Looks like we're going to have... Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. These look like really well-situated cars. I'm really excited about that. Difficulty here looks all right. Tuning looks correct as well. For this vehicle, it's fairly neutral, and I really, really like it. I think it handles rather well. Oh, man, listen to that. Sounds so good as well. There's Alpine Star up there. And we're going to hang out here into the left. We don't want to run through people too much. Pizza Rust, that is an awesome name. Hollow Raven squeezing down the inside there. We're going to try to get up here on the left side if we can't. Nope, we're going to switch over here to the right-hand side. Oh, gosh, Alpine Star is all across the road, man. Tire sale for days. Takes out our front end and damages our suspension. Holy cow, ladies and gents. These cars are gone. Look at this. And into the brakes. This car just floats. Butter smooth. Everywhere you go with this car is just, oh, man, perfection. Just like buttering, soft butter on hot toast is just amazing. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. Coming back across the track into the trees. Into the trees, Caller. Oh, my goodness. That looked painful. Here we go, and hit the brake a little bit. We don't want to go into the outside there. Here we go, and pop the e-brake. Sliding, there it is. Just, this car drives like a dream. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going as fast as we should be here. Again, we are the highest rated vehicle, but we're making not the best decisions for our lines and our cornering, and the AI is punishing us. They are doing a really, really good job. The positions that we've been able to grab so far have just been because taking advantage of other racers' accidents and mistakes, which is all part of it, but I would like to get up there based on merit alone. So let's try to put the pedal to the metal and make it work. Sometimes, depending on the car, and it really depends on the vehicle that you're racing, it is faster to stop in a straight line versus sideways, and sometimes it is very, very painful. So if you get sideways, you'll actually go further into the tree line if you're not cognizant of how that car is set up. So if for some vehicles it seems like you can just kind of drift around corners like in the Razor and just do really good, but for other vehicles it just slides and just is really painful, that would be why. Just keep that in mind and adjust your driving style and your settings accordingly. There it is. Tag the outside wall. Unfortunately, that damaged some stuff. Oh man, realistic is definitely for sure realistic. I was hoping to really just help us to turn, but here we go around the corner. Further the throttle, hammer down. There it is. Finally got through that corner relatively well, and trying to catch up to Boise's if we can. They're in a Rammer, I think, which is the weakest rated car here. But again, it overperforms. We know that for sure. We're just trying to catch up for all it's worth. And I'm not going to drive through any of these individuals if we can help it, because that's not how we're going to roll. It's not how we're going to roll at all. The big question is, we've only got 3 laps in out of 6. There's a mistake, unfortunately, by us, but we have our eyes on them. We are relatively close. We just have to race clean and get there. And if we can we get through these cars in a way that allows us to get up close to number 1? Because right now, I'm okay. I see 1, 2, 3 cars. That would get us up to 2nd place, I believe. So the question is, where's 1? They're very, very far away. Bob McNuggets, 6 seconds. Doesn't seem like a lot, but on this particular track where you're traveling far distances at high speed, that is an eternity. Look at that, 9 seconds now. That car is long and truly gone. Unless they mess up, we are not going to be catching them. Now, we could get them in the crossover, which would be hilarious, but not beneficial for us to gain points. There we go, trying. Ooh, did not mean to get Boise quite like that or tag that inside wall. They slowed down a little bit quicker than I expected. So sorry about that, buddy. That was not intended at all. Oh man, I feel bad. But now we're on to Hole Raven. Only 4 seconds ahead and we can see him. That last little shindig, unfortunately with Boises, really kind of slowed us down, which is not ideal. Here we go. Get this drift started in advance. Try to cut this corner without getting to the rocks. We cut the rocks a little too close. I don't feel so bad anymore. Boises got his position back. Ken Recaller is coming up on us, though, if we're not careful. They were back there as well. So that's what I love about some of these challenges is depending on your AI settings and kind of what handicaps or not that you're using, as well as the vehicles that you're driving, they can be really, really challenging. Here we are racing our socks off, and we're in the second half of the field, against AI, as it were, as well. Try to outbrake Boises as well. Don't come on the inside. There we go. There we go. That was better. Ooh, looks like Hall Raven up there. Boises is not happy about that last pass that we got before this last one. Here we go. Kind of tag it over, get it drifted up. Watch the tree. There we go. Hall Raven messed up there at some point because they were falling back towards us, but now they're starting to take back off. We are trying to reel them in, catch them as fast as we can. Always watching for cross traffic here. Drift, make a wider drift. There we go. Don't quite catch those rocks as hard. That was a hard stop. Oh my gosh, that was painful. Windshield's all smashed up. Not good. Here we are on the last lap, and we're trying to catch Hall Raven. I'd be happy if I get in the third position. And if they mess up, we'll be in a good spot. But a B-class rated El Matador, which is basically an El Camino, is nothing to sneeze at. It will definitely run circles over a large number of the cars out there. It's a solid buy as well. Now, I don't know how it is on most other courses, but big rhythm courses like this, it can handle well. A lot of your vehicles, like your big caddies and stuff like that, they love the rhythm courses because their poor cornering and stuff doesn't come quite into a bad line to start. Oh, and we made this meal of this corner. We could have probably gotten a lot closer, probably about 6 or 7 car lengths. We're likely going to be finishing here in 4th place unless El Matador up there with Hall Raven decides to really kick it hard. We're going to try to send it. We're going to try to drift, and they have not messed up. Oh, into the outside, engine damaged. Yeah, that's painful. That's painful. But we tried to get some extra speed out of this car, and we ran out of racetrack. 4th place with a 1 minute and 1.914 is not bad. But, I mean, think about it. Look at that. That is the fastest lap. We were just not consistent enough to really overcome it. And Bob McNuggets, 101.923, literally a 10th slower than us. And a lot more consistent as well. So that we did not do what we needed to do. Unfortunately, womp womp. We got some points. We did a thing, but we did not come out in top, unfortunately. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it. That is going to be the adventure for today's series. That was an absolute blast. I really, really enjoyed it. That was really, really cool. And, it is what it is. So, with that, we'll be diving into this next episode, Getting Smashed 8-race series. I'm really excited about that. It should be cool. And we'll see how it goes. So as always, I'll see you next time. It should be a blast. I'm really, really stoked. And have a good one. Aw, yeah.